Hello. In this module, we will be talking about different charts that we use to visualize our data. In this specific module, our basic intention is to discuss the charts which are related to qualitative variables. I definitely want to clarify this ambiguity that lies in the statement of graph and a chart, though these both terms overlap. But in general, graphs are the diagrams of mathematical functions. But they can synonymously be used to represent the statistical data. And especially the charts are the graphical representation of statistical data. Visualization play a very vital role in understanding our data, especially in the situations when we have a lot of variables in our data, we are unable to recognize or understand them. But visualization is a much more quicker way to work with them. Though tables sometimes do help, but sometimes tables get so big that we are unable to find out the better variations we are in search of. But graphs sometimes help us to interact with our data in a much better way. Graphs are a very powerful way to look into our data because they help us in finding insights into our data which are persuasive. These charts also help us to propose hypotheses. And not only propose, but they also help us to test the hypothesis. These charts help us to discern the relationship in the data. They also help to represent large quantities of data in a coherent way. And they also do not distort what the data has to say. We have already looked at the univariate frequency tables of two qualitative variables. In this module, our focus is the qualitative variables. So I want to carry on these variables, sex and status, to talk about the charts. Right now, from this table, we already know that there are 6 males and 4 females, and similarly, there are 4 who are not deceased and 6 who have some disease. The first type of chart that we want to review in this module are simple bar chart. Simple bar chart consists of horizontal or vertical bars. These bars are of equal width, and also their length is proportional to the values these bars represents. One axis of the chart shows the specific category being compared, whereas the other axis represents a discrete value, that is frequency in our case, but it can be some other values as well. Let's take this example of status variable. Since we already have talked about its coding and its frequency table. For this variable, right now, we have this status of the respondents drawn as a bar chart, especially as a simple bar chart, where each bar represents each individual category in our data. On the x-axis, we have number of individuals, and on the y-axis, we have our variable of interest here. If we see there are 2 categories, one is disease and other is no disease. In no disease category, if we look at, there are 4 individuals. And in disease category, there are 6 individuals. Over here, the width of the bars should remain the same for both the categories. Moreover, in many other charts, we will observe later on where these 2 bars are going to join together. But for simple bar chart, we want to make sure that these 2 bars are separate from each other. This type of simple bar chart is called a horizontal bar chart, where bars are lying horizontally. In a similar way, we can also construct a vertical bar chart. Over here, we can see the bars are vertical bars. Therefore, this is a simple bar chart that is called a vertical bar chart for the same variable. The way to interpret this bar chart is again the same. Pie chart consists of circles divided into sectors or pie-shaped pieces. Each pie or a sector represents a unique category, and the area of the pie is proportional to the various parts in which the whole quantity is divided. It's a convenient way to display the component part in proportion to the total. Let's say we have this data, and here we are using the sex variable, where we already have the frequency distribution that we have been talking so far. To construct the pie chart for this frequency table, we do need to know the angle. As we already know that a whole circle has 360 degrees of its angle. So each component should divide this whole 360 into its subsequent parts. Over here in our variable, there are two categories. Therefore, one angle is going to be for the first category, that is male, and the other angle is going to be for the second category, that's female. Where we need a component part that is divided by the whole quantity. In this data, 6 and 4 are the component parts for the males and female respectively, and 10 is the whole quantity. To calculate the angle for each category, we will divide the component part with the total and multiply it with 360. The answer turned out to be 216 degrees. And similarly for the female, it is 4, that is the component part, 10 is the whole quantity, and 360 degree is the whole angle. So we obtained 144 degrees. Since we already know that there are only two categories in our data, these two angles should add up to 360 degrees. And if we look at our pie chart that's given below, we will see in our legend, we have male represented by blue and females represented by red. And if we look at this pie chart here, we will notice that the number of males is definitely higher than number of females. So these are two different pie charts for the variable sex and variable status. And we will notice they look the same because in the disease category, we have 6 individuals, which are represented by blue color, and 4 who do not have a disease, they are represented by red color, and they pretty much look the same because of their similar values in the frequencies. But if we look at these pie charts, without having the frequency distribution, probably both pie charts cannot give us a whole lot of information about our data. Just if we look only on these two charts, we can only say number of male is higher than number of females, and in the next one, we can say number of diseased is higher than the people who do not have a disease. Therefore, it's always wise to add some values, some annotations on the graphs, so that on the pie charts, therefore we can clearly say that 60% of the male are in our data and 40% of females are in our data, and same goes for the status variable. Simple bar charts and pie charts are very effective if we want to view the composition of a single variable at a time. These charts also provide a good comparison of the categories of a single variable within. Thank you.